I ended up making an OnlyFans account, and I knew it was wrong.
Definitely have this sense of regret that, like,
literally ruined my life, and it's still something that I suffer with now.
Do you regret starting OnlyFans?
If you have it on for too long, can you want more? Like the animals?
Yeah. Why'd you take it all down?
I didn't want it in my life. I don't want to be associated with that. And then like she just like
a lot of OnlyFans girls are actually regretting being on the website, coming forward and saying they can't get a job now and they can't get a date.
Okay, so would you date a girl who has an OnlyFans?
Hell fucking no.
I'm Amanda. I do OnlyFans.
What would you say is the biggest challenge when dating?
Every man thinking you're a whore.
At the same time, we're seeing a bunch of OnlyFans stars like repenting from that lifestyle, being baptized and being like, I regret all of it.
What about being able to, post those types of photos is empowering for women? Talk to us about that.
I don't know, just because I don't know. Because that's what... Okay, I can't.
Society wants women sexualized.
If you have OnlyFans, you are not required to get naked. You are not required to strip. You are not required to expose yourself in any form or fashion.
I do think it's being glamorized for young women as a great alternative to a, quote unquote normal job.
If you fail at McDonald's, you didn't flip a burger correctly for the customer. If you fail at OnlyFans, there's videos and pictures of you having sex or being naked on the internet forever.
Many women are regretting the fact that they've done OnlyFans and everything they've done within the corn industry. Welcome to my channel. I'm your host, Black Boy Wonder. Click that subscribe and let's get into it.
I actually got into OnlyFans, and it was the kind of money that when you're 18 years old, you dream of. You're like, wow, I just made $30,000 overnight. This is freaking insane. Like when you're young and you're a girl, you want to live this luxurious lifestyle. You want to be around all these fancy cars and all this money, and you want to have your own money. You want to be on yachts. You want to go do all this. And it's like, been there, done that, not it, don't do it. You're going to be left drained. You're going to be left feeling like terrible about yourself. Your soul's going to be gone. Like God is the way. And like there's going to be tracks of that everywhere for the rest of my life. If I could go back and do it all over again, I would never, ever, ever do that. I don't care how much money I can make. The consequences and the things that come along with doing that, it's just terrible.
I actually don't know if you guys have seen this, but Trace Cyrus had a Twitter post go viral saying that, the OnlyFans girls will never be respected and you're just like pretty much never going to be like a valued member of society. The number one thing why people do OnlyFans typically is because it brings them financial freedom. We wouldn't be doing this out of the goodness of our hearts just because we desire
God
to
bless
have...
he was born into it.
But that's what I'm saying
So,
is it's like, how are you as somebody that was born into a wealthy family and has never had to really work a day in your life going to give like the rest of us financial advice or advice on how we should carry ourselves in society?
That's the idea of selling yourself. If you just fundamentally disagree with using a body as commerce, then you're going to be in a different category from the beginning. Think about athletes. They are utilizing their bodies as a way to create income. Are you fundamentally against bodies being created, or is it just the sex, which is fine? But you also, in my opinion, shouldn't be able to tell somebody else what they are comfortable with. I would not do this shit if I had Cyrus money.
Yeah, if OnlyFans was paying the same as a waiter or a waitress, I'm gonna go and do the waiter or the waitress because I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get less social stigma,
I was working in a club and I'm getting harassed and groped and
Right.
touched around drunk men.
Right.
So you tell me, what would you pick?
Right.
Like for everybody watching.
Right.
It seems like in the 20th century, we have far more women that are just focused on money. They're not really focused on much else more than that.
I used to do OF and the money was so addictive, but y'all, it literally separates you from God so much and makes you feel so depressed, so miserable, so down, so sad. And that money, I know it's so addictive and it's so much, so easy, but it literally is pouring and draining your soul from you. It's not normal. It is not normal to show any parts of your body, even being in lingerie, being seductive, all that. It's not normal. That's why some of those comments that you see, some people, the ones that you don't want to see, where people are like, ew, like this is sad and pathetic, because it really is. It is so sad and so pathetic and looks really, really bad. One day, when you are unblinded and the veil is removed, and it's crazy. I grew up Pentecostal, but then being in the world and how like things look now, the devil will really make things look like they're normal, like they're okay. Like I really looked at lingerie pictures like they were okay. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. But it's so wild now. Like it's gonna just lead to one thing after another, after another, after another. They're literally putting like father, like stepdaughter and father in court. Like it's so close. They want to just put, don't you think that's weird? Stepfather and daughter? Stepdaughter? That's so weird. It's not normal. It's not okay. It is going to drain you and make you feel so bad. You're going to feel so depressed, so lonely, so broken, because it's sin. It's sinning. It's just, you're just living in sin. And we all sin every single day. But I believe that some sins they have different consequences than other ones. They're all the same, but they do have different consequences. And that was the most depressed I had ever been in my entire life. The most depressed that I've ever been.
A young woman who joined the online porn hosting platform OnlyFans, aged just 18, has warned other teenagers against falling into the same trap. Writing in the Daily Telegraph, Charlotte Devine explained that although she brainwashed herself into thinking sharing explicit photos was empowering, she went on to develop a drug addiction and could not escape her unhappiness. Now, after leaving both drugs and pornography behind, she warned girls that there is nothing empowering about messaging men old enough to be their father and those cheating on their wives. The person who I want to hear my story is a girl who's thinking about signing up to OnlyFans. It's all a lie. I was so depressed and broken. The shadow of the past 3 years will stretch far into my future.
Taylor, you found out something pretty shocking about the identity of one of your subscribers. What happened?
So about 2 months into me having my OnlyFans account, I had this subscriber almost since the beginning. He had spent around 2,000 Australian dollars, bought every single thing that I sent him. We chatted every day on there, and he had a very specific username that was not a automatically generated one or anything like that. And an account with the same username had viewed my TikTok profile when I could see who was viewing it at the time. So I had the exact same username, and it said from your contacts. And my heart just sank into my stomach, and I was like, I don't have that many phone numbers in my phone. I know who this person is, and he has spent this much money on my account, seen everything. And I just sort of went into super detective mode, and I said, I need to find out who this is. I went through all of the contacts in my phone. I crossed out anybody who had a established TikTok account and crossed out the people that said invite to TikTok, and I was left with 6 names. It was a couple of guys from school, one girl from school, someone's mum, and my stepdad. And I had just thought, okay, it could be those guys, but I feel like they would have told me, like they always message me happy birthday. It's not going to be them. It's not going to be my girlfriend. It's not going to be this mother. It has to be my stepdad.
Wow.
So I went out on a limb and messaged the account on OnlyFans, and I said, I know who this is. And he responded saying, who? ? Babe, you don't know. And I then hit back pretty quickly and I said, you need to tell her before my sister and I do. And with
her being your mum?
Yeah, being my mum. And within 2 minutes, I got a text message from my stepdad saying, Tay, you're free to talk.
Wow.
OnlyFans was never what I loved. It's just what paid the bills and paid other people's bills and kept my parents retired and keeps... Like, I have a 70-year-old chef that I hired because he came to do an event, and when he did the event, he told me a story. He was like, I've been so badly abused by other people, by other billionaires that I've worked for, and I just want to work in a place where I can be comfortable and calm and not have to worry about my job being lost every day. So I literally hired him. And I was like, I don't need a private chef. I don't need it. But like, I saw I could afford to help someone. So it's like, I have so many people, like Madison, for example, she moved her entire life from California and took a chance on me. So it's like, yes, the weight of not having OnlyFans does sit. And I sit in bed in the morning and I'm like, fuck, like, what the fuck am I doing? How am I gonna? It's not about me. This is no longer about Camilla getting a new car. Fuck my cars. I'll sell all my shit. Like, truly. I'll sell all my shit if it means to keep the people that I have to keep afloat. Because that means more to me than buying another fucking car. So I don't even go, like, it's probably the first time I've ever even talked about this. Because I have such anxiety of people being like, shut up, bitch. Like, to be very honest with you, I literally talked about this today with Jaden in the car.
But fuck them, dude.
You know what I'm saying? It's just hard because I don't feel like I can have an opinion, and that's a battle within myself. For the longest time, I portrayed this whole, like, I don't give a fuck thing because I didn't have to give a fuck, to be very honest with you. I did what I did to make money, and I was having fun doing it until it started to affect my soul, until it started to affect me.
The pattern that I see with a lot of these modern day females is that they always seem to do the worst things and then try to justify their actions by making themselves the victim in their own story.
Yeah, ask the question.
Do you regret starting OnlyFans?
Yes.
That's true.
Damn. Every girl's like that, bro. That's fucked. Dude, what type of question is that? Padres? The hell? Bikini type
So no nudity at all?
Not from what I know.
Okay. Why'd you take it all down?
We just had a conversation. She wanted to do it for herself. I didn't want it in my life. I don't want to be associated with that. And then, like, she just honestly, like, out of any human I met, like, a full 360, like, she just turned to God. She got baptized again. She goes to church every Sunday. She's very, like, locked into her religion now. And she, like, obviously, like, I don't know. From what I've seen in every girl I've talked to who's done OnlyFans and porn and shit, like, they, at one point in their life, they end up regretting it and they wish they never got into it. So, I mean, she was one of those. She was like, I wish I never did this. And now she's just growing as a person.
Sometimes I would go against that because it's like, you know, not every pimp just sits there and watches every car that you get in, you know?
Do you ever say to yourself that you deserve a better life than this?
Yeah.
You believe that?
Yeah.
That's great. Because you do. No one deserves to be putting their life in jeopardy like that. And then getting all the abuse that you end up getting.
Yeah.
You been in love before?
Yeah.
You're only 23, so don't feel pressure to say yes.
No, I have been.
And it went well? Until it didn't?
It was hard, like, because the dude was the total opposite from what I was used to, you know.
We help girls make money on social media.
On OnlyFans?
No. Are you?
Well, 0.3%.
You're so pretty. You can make easily like $1 million a month without OnlyFans.
Doing what?
Having a product, having a service. This is why you see people like even, you probably know Camilla.
Yeah.
You see people that are like now switching, you know. Do you have social media following?
Yeah.
You can do anything. Girls can easily make money on social media. It's our thing.
For you guys than men.
Yes, absolutely. You just gotta learn a skill and then teach it.
She just proved that most women don't have any other skills than opening their legs.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you guys. Have a good Sunday. It literally breaks my heart when women think the only way to actually make money is their bodies. I'm on a mission to just change the narrative that women can be rich by truly having real businesses, by their brain, by their strategies, by their systems, by their intelligence, by their aura. We can do such big businesses with just this, To all my OnlyFans girls, I can't wait to convert you to the right side. I love you guys. I'm just trying to save you. I want us all to go to heaven. I'm Amanda. I do OnlyFans.
Would you mind sharing like what you think your daddy issue is?
My dad was never around, so I never learned how to be treated by a man. So they could punch me in the face and I'd be like, he still loves me.
Do you think that's the reason you're doing OF?
Probably, but my mom likes it. She's cool with it.
Your mom's okay with you doing OF?
She said, pop that for a G, girl.
Okay, so would you date a girl who has an OnlyFans?
Hell nah.
Why not?
I mean, date a girl, or like you mean because you could do all the type of stuff with a girl. You don't know.
I mean date, like this is your girlfriend.
Like this is the one I'm introducing my mama. Hell fucking no, you crazy.
But why not?
Hell no, I can't take a girl with OnlyFans to my mama crib. She gonna.
But she's making money. Like she's confident.
I don't knock a hustle. You feel me? She could keep doing what she's doing, but I'm just, you feel me? I would just stay in friend zone. You feel me? I don't even mind staying.
But is it because her body's out there type thing, or like what is the reason?
I mean, it's not even about that. It's just the fact that when I'm with a girl, you know, what I see is supposed to only be for my eyes only, and that's that. You feel me? That's dope.
Okay.
I ended up making an OnlyFans account, and I knew it was wrong. Around this point in my life, I was so broken. And I thought that my only way, not my only way, I thought the only way I'm going to present myself is how other people see me. They see me as the cute, innocent girl, but behind closed doors, I'm not. Okay, maybe that's who I should be then. But again, seeds were planted. The Atlanta lifestyle.
Yeah. And on the OnlyFans account, did you see any success with it? What type of content did you post on it? What did you do on OnlyFans?
I will say that the women who say I made this much are not lying. I had an OnlyFans for maybe 3 to 5 months.
Okay.
I ended up paying a whole semester's worth of my tuition.
On OnlyFans? How did you end up paying? Did you have to pay to be on that?
No, I got OnlyFans. Between 3 to 5 months, I had enough money from OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
To pay for a whole semester.
Gotcha. Okay.
I felt like I didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
Friends, they couldn't really care less. Like, yeah, girl, get your bag. Guys taking advantage of you. My family life not really being that good. So that was my identity for about 8 months. People knew I did that.
Okay.
Some didn't. Some did. There was a point where I didn't really show my face. Then I ended up finding out from a bunch of my OnlyFans customers, someone made a fake account of me. I ended up looking from a separate account. They took all my content, all my pictures, all my videos, and started marketing it as their own. Now I'm back to where I was at 14.
I don't know one man I find valuable that wants a girl who's sitting at home posting photos of her for the internet and strangers to see. I am so against pornography, OnlyFans, all these things. It's so easy for these girls to make all this money. And I'm like, you have no idea what you're sacrificing.
I just think it's bad for humanity as a whole.
It is. Do not expect a traditional man to think you are a valuable female when that's what you do. And that's what these girls are doing. They're going on and being like, I'm a 10, I make this much money. Then you see these girls 5, 10, 15 years later, they're also the ones being like, all men are garbage. You know, I'm just going to be alone. And they have no children. They have no husband, all these things. And I'm like, okay, so maybe that untraditional lifestyle promoting these things did not work out for you.
Can you explain what an OnlyFans agency is?
OnlyFans is a new iteration of pornography that we have in our generation. So the main role of an agency is to pretend to be the girl on their behalf to make money, is to market the girl to be able to bring in subscribers, and then to recruit girls to come onto the agency as well, and they take a percentage of it. My role was to build the marketing division. So to make girls go as viral as possible, as quickly as possible, to put men into funneling systems to lead them to a porn platform. So that's what I was doing. So that's why I've been able to see firsthand the magnitude of this. Like, we were getting on like fresh TikTok accounts, girls to like 2.2 million views in 7 days on videos. If this is just one agency in Australia, it's getting girls millions of views on one account. And we were getting girls to make anywhere from 3 to 5 TikTok accounts and post 20 videos per day just on TikTok.
Yeah.
Then you've got Instagram, you have Reddit, Twitter, Snapchat, dating apps. Imagine globally what is happening.
Wow.
Here's the problem with the guys that pay for OnlyFans. They're usually men who are super not looking after themselves. They can't get women in the real world. So, but they don't want to face the rejection. So what they'll do is go to OnlyFans and feel like they're getting that connection. But when they go into the real world, the women that are on their real level they're not attracted to. So they think, fuck that. Why is a 5 out of 10 ignoring me when I can just pay for a 10 out of 10 to give me a message? So they end up not working on themselves. You need rejection. As a man, you need to go into the real world, get a woman who tells you, no, you don't like this about you, don't like that about you, and you work on yourself. But having OnlyFans and pornography means I can stay this miserable, unattractive man and no one can tell me, no, this is perfect. So they end up just staying the way they are.
Ever since Sadia Khan got exposed for her disingenuous behavior when it comes to being a dating coach, I really don't listen to anything she said. Not that I really listened to it then, but I gotta give it to her here. This is absolute facts. Fellas, you have to work on yourself.
Come onto OnlyFans, you're going to achieve all your dreams, you're going to be rich, you're going to be famous, all these things. But the reality is, no, you're not. You're going to jump onto this platform, you're going to film a bunch of things that you thought you wouldn't do, you're going to do way more extreme content than what you thought you would, and realistically, you're going to earn no money, and then it's going to be on the internet forever, and then what are you going to do?
I think a lot of women are being sold a lie about OnlyFans because people are saying it's an easy way to make money. And that's not true. Most creators on OnlyFans are not becoming millionaires. Like most industries, a small percent earn majority of the money. It's really bothering me that young women are being told that selling access to their body is empowering, profitable, and the quickest path to success. But girls, let me ask you this. What if your value never came from how many strangers are willing to pay to look at you? Girls, I don't think the message should be, you're powerful because people desire you. The message should be, you're valuable because you're a human. You're a human being. If you're interested in conversations about human nature, modern culture, and where the next generation is heading, follow me.
That was a time in my life that I regret with everything in me. So, yeah, OnlyFans is my main source of income.
How much do you make doing that?
I mean, not as much as these other girls do. If I would stick to it more, probably I'd make a lot more. But I at least make ends meet. So at the end of the month, I would say about 800. Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the whole world of that? You know, your images, your videos being up there on the internet for everyone to steal or look
Right.
at.
They have been stolen for sure. It's happened. But I guess once it happens, you know, you're distraught. You don't know what to do. You know, you're this feeling of like, how is this happening to me? But then I guess when it lingers and connects with your addiction, you're pretty much like, who cares as long as I get my fix, you know?
There were some conversations that, like, she had commented on some of my videos in the past. She used to have an OF account, and she had commented, like, I regret having an OF and also sharing my kids on social media on a take that I had about, like, moms having OF accounts. Like, I'm all for the girlies having OF, but if you have kids, you shouldn't be posting a video playing in the yard with your kids, and then the next slide is you promoting your OF.
I got something to tell you about baby off camera.
I feel very strongly about that, and there's nothing that you can really do to, like...
No.
I'm all about a girl getting her bag, and I have nothing wrong with OF creators. I'm friends with OF creators. I want you to get your bag. But when you're a mom, you do have to protect your children from creepy guys. You already are going to have guys growing an obsession with you. And so she had said that she had regretted doing that in the past. She shut her account down. She was getting sober. She was sober.
This may be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like once you have a kid, you don't need to be doing OnlyFans or porn or anything of the sort, yeah? Because kids are already nasty, like, by themselves. Like, they can be really, really mean. I don't know how I would have survived school if kids was being mean to me. Not only that, they're being mean to me and sharing videos of my mum doing madness. Like, what? How would I survive that? You might be thinking, oh, I do OnlyFans, or you got to pay. Like, it's not just out there. Literally, as soon as a kid finds out you have that type of platform, they are more than willing to pay. They'll put their parents' ID on there and purchase the video, and it only takes one of them to buy the video. One of them, and then the friend's going to record it off the phone and share it to the entire year group. Like, guys, the way stuff would spread when I was in school, yeah, like, I feel bad for people who even had nudes leaked, because those, like, 8 a.m. they get leaked. By 12, everyone in the school has seen it. Like, it gets spread. But yeah, you guys do what you want, but I would definitely have hated my mum if she pulled a stunt like that. I'm not gonna lie.
It's always these women that are in their prime years. They never understand what the life of children is like because they're so young themselves. They don't understand that by the time that they walk away from the industry, they've left a whole legacy of torment, psychological abuse that is going to be inherited by some random kids who are going to be bullying your children. We saw what happened to Amber Rose.
It was just like nice photos and stuff, bikinis, and very different to what it is now because OnlyFans did start off trying to be a bit more like, it's not that way now, it's a porn site right now, but it did start off like that.
So you started off very PG?
Oh, very PG, yeah, and I was like one of the first reality people to join the platform.
How much were you making at the height of that?
At the height of it, I would say about, on good months, about 40 grand. But a standard every month, it would be about 20, 25. But that was so much money to me even then, you know, literally ruined my life. And it's still something that I suffer with now. But when I look back on it, I can also understand that I actually really was groomed into doing a lot of things to be financially abused. So I think that's what happens with women in this industry because we are emotionally disturbed in a lot of ways and carry a lot of trauma, which has led us into that in the first place. We're not going to attract the right men in that industry. Therefore, we attract the ones that really do want to also use and abuse. And that was something that I unfortunately did experience on a scale.
There's a lot of scams that go on here, and it really worries me when I see these young girls wanting to join OnlyFans and join into this content creator world, and it's scary. Like, I've seen some like doing this for so long, I've seen a lot of material out there. I've seen a lot of men doing crazy to women out there. Like, it's scary. So when I have kids, oh my God, I am not letting them on any social media because it's freaking,
it's that crazy.
So I urge females and other people getting into the OnlyFans industry to really, really look into it and really consider what your life can be. Like, yeah, you can make a lot of money, make a name for yourself. And there are the girls that go into OnlyFans, get popular on social media, and then get out and run it really well and be still very successful with the brands. But I've seen that a lot less than the girls that are stuck and can't get out of their specific niche.
It isn't an easy mode. It's never like people think like, oh, girls who are attractive can just start popping that online and they're going to make so much money. That's not true. You know, if you have an audience already, if you already have a following, then yeah, you could probably do decently well because you're already known. But if you're just a regular Joe who sits at home and does a 9-to-5 and has no following, starting a is never going to work for you. It's just not. And I feel like we need more of this. We need more de-influencing because it's not a good thing.
You'll notice when it comes to these OnlyFans hoes, they always regret. It's not like they do one scene and regret it. They always magically regret it after they've made a lot of money, not before, not during. It's always after I've gotten gang banged on camera. I don't know what it is.
So there you have it. A lot of these women are going into the corn industry and going into OF and selling their bodies for some money. And what is it going to return to you? Even if you get the millions, can you truly say you're happy? Can you truly say that you don't regret the things that you have done? Can you truly walk with pride? Can you look your family members in the eye and say, I'm proud of everything that I've done and accomplished? Can you teach your children to follow in your footsteps proudly, knowing that they will be safe and successful? That's what you have to ask yourself. Thank you all for watching. Please click the like. Let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on this video or this topic? And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Until next time.